This video is going to show you a solo GM for Warlock mains. So if you need to farm inside Terminus for rake angles, endgame mats, exotics, whatever it might be, whatever your needs are, Warlock mains, this is a good thing to use. So inside Terminus, champions are barrier and unstop. The threat is void. My surges were arc and void, but they are subject to change as of reset. I'll be posting this video after the reset has occurred. But this build is really fun and will work without surges. This is a limit break, chaos reach, what's the name of this fusion? Delicate tomb build with geomag stabilizers. Artifacts are the most important thing, so there's not a lot going for you on the artifact for chaos reach. The most important thing, I mean, let's just go through it. I've got overclock and load on. Volatile marksman doesn't matter because we're not using that. I've got hold the line, de-electric. These mattered a little bit. Dreadful finish is a massive one, and I can run go from lead as well because I don't need much from here because I'm not using void stuff. This is a pure arc build, to be honest. I have got flashover on for increased damage for ball charge. Defib blast is still always going on. Now, you've got to make an endgame choice. Now, because of Delicate Tomb and how hard it hits, I would say to run Limit Break in this particular case. Limit Break offers a 30% damage bonus to your super. We are running a super build with Chaos Reach. So, with Geomag Stabilizers and how good it is, Limit Break goes on. You got to fit it in. Or you could take this off and put Particle on instead. It's up to you really, but Defib Blast is fantastic, but so is Particle. So, you know, you can only pick 2 traits in this final column, but try and fit Limit Breaking because it's just, the payoff's so good. So, champions were barrier and unstop, right? Well, I can tell you that Unstoppable Fusion is not working with Delicate Tomb, which is a shame. That's fine, we can adjust the build for it. I'm running a barrier Buzzard. Buzzard's fantastic. Hey, for such a small weapon, it is really good. You'll see in the run how good it is. It's fantastic. It really, really, really is good. That good. Watchful Eye, fantastic pairing on an arc build because you want plenty of turrets and stuff. We're pairing it with Geomag Stabilizers. You get lots of super energy for Ionic Traces. Delicate Tomb gives Ionic Traces as well. It does a whole host of things, but it's really paired well with Geomags because you can spam your case reach back to back very quickly. I'm talking 20-second supers. 20 to 30 second supers depending on the situation. Obviously case reach, heal and rift, ball lightning. Now flashbang grenade is advisable for this because Unstoppable Fusion does not work for Delicate Tomb for some reason and you want Unstop on somewhere to help you out. Ionic Sentry is meant to stun unstops but it doesn't always do that, so have a flashbang grenade on. It's highly recommended. It will jolt anyways. It will actually jolt and blind. Electrostatic Mine goes on for this because you want more Ionic Traces. Ionic Sentry is the arc turret. Of course that goes on. Fragments was Spark of Shock for jolt. Flashbang will jolt and blind now because of this. Spark of Frequency is a decent bolt charge fragment. Resistance is good and Spark of Ions was good also. I was getting lots of Ionic Traces in this. Loads. Here's the build on screen. There'll be a dim link regardless of this. So it doesn't matter all that much me explaining it to you, you know, here and now. But yeah, if you want to farm inside Terminus on an Arc Warlock, hey, this cooks. You're doing it in 15 minutes or less depending on how you go. But yeah, that was the build information for this. So in this run I want you to pay close attention to ability recharge rate off the Ionic Traces that we generate with the build. As I've said on the Titan run and previous Inside Terminus runs, to skip the initial barriers you need to zoom with your Sparrow or your Skimmer when the checkpoint updates. You need to just go quickly, so 24 seconds. You need to get to the cave by this section by at least 24 seconds and you'll do it. You'll skip champs, you will get platinum rank. Don't worry about it. If you don't do the skip, alright then, we'll kill the champs. The run will be extra 2 minutes because of it. That's fine, right? 2 minutes isn't a problem. Okay, so we're going to kill the initial set of ads because I do not have invisibility to skip like I did on the Titan. We'll get a good flashbang. The flashbang grenade's so good right now in the game. Look at our ability recharge rate. can't even commentate on it. The amount of recharge rate we're getting with the fusion is insane. Now watch this closely. We need to kill only the champ, nothing else. So I'm going to jolt him. Then we're going to get some barrier sidearm stuff on. Kinetic Tremors is procced. Can you believe we break the shield from that distance? We did. The hardest thing about that shield break was the flinch off the ads. If you can overcome the flinch, boom, that it's done because of Kinetic Tremors. Kinetic Tremors will actually break the shield. And then our Chaos reached the champ. That was the goal. And then run past. Do it in that instance. That will save you the most amount of time at the starting section. Now we want to build a super again. The whole run is about strategizing super to super. We get a lot of Chaos reaches in this. Let Kargan go away. Cap plate. Get an arc turret down, which we've saved an arc turret for that. I get a lot of arc turrets in this as well because I'm using arc LMG. Right, I actually get a lot of turrets on all weapons because kinetic weapons give arc turret as well, which Buzzard is an arc weapon. So we keep getting lots of arc turret luck. Remember, don't rely on arc turret for unstop. It's probably not going to work. Get a flashbang grenade down. Boom, look at that. Double unstop killed. Double kill. Yeah, double kill with the Chaos Reach. We collect our stuff. We're a third to our next super. I've just used it. I just used it 10 seconds ago. I've got a third to it. Man, this is crazy good. It really is. Really is. It is good, this build. It basically turns Chaos Reach into a low cooldown super. Which, because of Limit Break this season and the buff it gives, is actually very important. And you can apply this build to any GM, basically. Pretty much any GM. Pretty much. I got an arc turret down in middle. And what I'm going to do is shoot the boss. That will spawn less champs if you shoot the boss right away. Shoot him right away. Going to get a heal and rift down. And we need to get a stun. Now, I know this looks hard, but it's not that much. Right? As long as we get Kinetic Tremors to proc, we're in our heal and rift. I am being quite agile, I'll be honest. We get the stun. We're going to get our arc turret down because we haven't quite got a Chaos Reach. That's what I was wanting to Chaos Reach, this champ. We're getting pressured, though, from the Hypernova. I'm going to use my super here, which was a bit too... Oh, no, it wasn't. We got our super in the end. That's fine. So we played that perfectly for the situation. There was a Hypernova where I didn't know exactly where he was. So to out-tank the Hypernova, I used my Chaos Reach to mid-cycle finish a barrier champ, which was the play there. There was a little bit of pressure on us there, but once we overcome it, we're all right. Keep getting our arc turrets. Keep using them. But there's an unstop in mid, so we're going to stun him with Flashbang. Then we'll finish him off with the fusion. And then get a finisher kill to recuperate special ammo. Make sure you keep doing your special ammo finishers with Dreadful Finisher to make sure that you have an upkeep of special ammo because it's quite important to the run, isn't it? Now, I've got overflow on my Buzzard. Look at that, I get 40 bullets. That's a big mag on a sidearm like this. That's huge mag. The sidearm's actually fantastic at stun locking enemies. Pay close attention to when Buzzard is used on red bars, it stun locks them. It knocks them back because of barrier. It's because of piece and sidearms. Now we're going to test the damage on the champ. Look at the damage that it's doing, Buzzard. I then swap to the fusion. We do fusion damage, then we finish to recuperate the ammo that we used. Boom, get amplified, pick up relic, dunk relic. Next, what we're going to do is, I believe I'm going to go left hand side. That's best spot to stand. At least on this build, yes. On other builds, no. Prismatic Titan, no. You want to go into mid and do all that stuff. But on this build, no, because we're not melting in the same fashion. But make no mistake, it's a fantastic build. It really is. Okay, so we've got a arc turret down. I'm going to use a bit of machine gun. Get another arc turret down. I'm going to use my Chaos Reach, I believe. I'll get a stun with unstop on the flashbang. Use the Chaos Reach, melt down the unstop. It could have went either way. I could have done that for the barrier, but then I chose to do it on the unstop because, yeah, the second barrier has actually pushed us. That's fine. Notice the amount of rifts I'm getting because of ionic traces as well. We need to get that barrier to my right. He's the one that's pushing. Look at the damage Buzzard did with the damage. Takes the shield down very quickly. We jolt and commit to the LMG kill with Watchful Eye. Get another turret down in middle. Look at this, the amount of turrets we're getting. And now the goal is to get rid of this barrier, which I didn't stun properly. That's the only time. And then we use a bad Chaos Reach here. Worst Chaos Reach of the run. And we get the worst turret of the run. One problem for the next with the domino effect there happened to me. That's alright, because all the ads are taken down, so that's fine. We can isolate. We've isolated the barrier away from the ads. That's what we've done there. Okay, we'll just finish a kill this champ. So it's no big deal we lost our Chaos Reach there. I mean, it's not ideal. It isn't, but he was the only enemy alive, so it's fine. Another barrier champ. We'll use Buzzard. Fantastic. Look at how good it is, this weapon. You should be focusing this weapon at Zavala. I know everybody's been spamming Tinas, and I know everybody's been spamming those types of weapons, but I think it's a damn shame that other weapons haven't had a shining light like Buzzard. There are a lot of primary sidearms in the game that are good. Drang's one. Buzzard's probably the best, though, to note, because it's kinetic tremors. What you need to notice about, or realise about kinetic tremors is, it will make any weapon S+ in PvE. Kinetic tremors is the golden standard perk in the game for primaries in PvE, for legendary primaries. It's golden standard. The old golden standard weapons was explosive payload. That has been shifted over to kinetic tremors of recent years. It's been like this for the last 2 years, but I think people still aren't on the train of kinetic tremors, and you should be. This is exactly why Multimac is probably the most used SMG in the game, because it's got kinetic tremors. It's also got attrition orbs, but if it did not have kinetic tremors, Multimac would never be nowhere near as good as it is. Kinetic tremors turns average weapons to S+ weapons simply by just that perk alone. It's that good in PvE. Because kinetic tremors loves high health targets. This is not off meta. It's S+ meta perk, kinetic tremors. We're going to skip these ads because we've got amplified and we want to. You don't need to kill them. As long as you're full on your ammo, which I am. I mean, you don't need to be full, but have plenty of special and, you know, sizable amount of LMG. You don't need max LMG, but, you know, you are approaching the boss fight and you are going to be spamming those weapons quite a bit. But yeah, we just run past because we had amplified. There's going to be some Vex enemies here. I think I end up killing them because... I think I do, yeah. That's it. Just end up killing these goblins. So we're approaching the boss fight. And it's basically you need 4 Chaos Reaches to kill the boss. 2 Chaos Reaches per phase because his health bar's split into 2 parts, isn't it? That's not a lot. Especially on a build like this where we can get our super back in 25 seconds. I've timed it, you can get it back even quicker than that. It all depends on how the ads line up, but you can get it very quick. Okay, so the goal here is to cap this zone. Now, I'm convinced that if you hold your ghost out while you cap the zone, the actual cap of the zone is quicker. The reason for this is because your ghost is counted as another fire team member. I'm suspicious of it. If you don't remember when Esso soloed the Witch Queen 6-man thing, he used the ghost to cap the points quicker. If long-term veterans will remember that. Well, that using your ghost, that counts it as 2 guardians to cap a plate. It was in the 6-man event. I can't remember what that 6-man event's called. I couldn't have a clue what it's called. Can't remember. Wellspring, that's it. Is it Wellspring? Yeah, in Wellspring, I think it is. Well, it's the same as that. If you hold your ghost out, it actually caps it a little quicker. Look at the first super that we used. Make sure that you're amplified when you Chaos Reach. You will get the buff when you're amplified. Limit Break, Chaos Reach. But now my goal is to farm up my next super. I'm not going to wipe the boss yet. Although it would be a time boost, I'm not going to. Reason being is because you want to manipulate the ads a little bit and make it easier for yourself capping the plate. These ads are boss ads. Get rid of the boss ads. They have spawned with the boss's health. You want to manipulate and edge the boss's HP till the final wave. Kill the final wave before half HP health gate. Once that's done and you've killed all the ads, then send the boss. This will give you an easier time at capping the plate. Although you'll be fine either way, but I'm just giving you the extra tips. You can also stand over here as well. Pretty good. Because I'm trying to just lure the ads in. I don't want to accidentally do AoE damage to the boss. So I'm sending the ads over here so that I don't. Because the boss, yeah, he can take a lot of damage quickly. We've got super, we've got arc turret. You want all your abilities for plate. A rift as well will be beneficial. But yeah, we've gotten rid of all the ads. That's the manipulation done. Send the boss to half HP. Then get on right side plate. Okay, and then just wait. Again, you can pull out the ghost. I believe it caps it a little bit faster. Just a little bit though. There's not a lot in it. But any benefit at all, capping the plate's good. Right, you will get gladiators and dogs. You want to get an arc turret down as they spawn. Now, you're going to use a Curse Reach if you do get weak. I should have popped Rift first and then Curse Reach, but it's alright. But your goal is to cap this plate as soon as. I've got another arc turret to use if I don't cap the zone, but I should do. This build's really good for this in terms of capping the plates. It's decent because you keep getting arc turrets. Okay, I've got a Drain Gladiator. That needs to be dealt with before we deal with any more plates at all. So that's what I'm going to do. But I've got an Arc Blind turret on him. So I just need to see where there he is. I blind him with a flashbang. That stops him draining as well, I think. I think so. I think if the blind, it stops him from draining you, does it? Look to be the case there, in that instance. Okay, so now look at super. We're getting massive amounts of chunks of super with the fusion. I'm using it for ad clear now. Definitely use it as ad clear. Don't be frightened to use the fusion. When you're pushed by gladiators and dogs, whip out the fusion and get them melted. Because you get plenty of special in this. Get plenty of special. Okay, all gladiators, kill them. But don't kill the backpacks. Don't kill the legendaries at the back of the map. Leave those guys alive. If you kill them, you'll get more of them. It's a manipulation of enemy spawns. Alright, so now what I want to do is cap middle or left. I think I go for mid. What you want to do to make your life easier, this is an extra tip, is sway the ads to the right hand side of the map by doing this. Then go to mid or left wherever you're playing. I'm going to go mid here. And get an arc turret down as soon as. Those ads won't spawn. The legendary replacements won't spawn until you kill them. When you start killing them, then you get the spawn. But you will also get another independent spawn of dogs and gladiators. That's independent. We get really weak there. Those nades were hitting us really hard. I don't think I had solar resist on. I think that's what that was. But yeah, we capped the plate. Look, not too bad. We got hit by the nades quite a bit, but that was alright. That's why you use an emergency Curse Reach. You can get it quick enough. You can Curse Reach every plate. So why not? If you think you might down the plate, build a Curse Reach for each plate. Look, I've just got it. I've got it back again. So I've already got my Curse Reach. So now I just want to get rid of the dogs again and the gladiators and leave the backpacks up. Same strat. Get some finisher kills as well. I wasn't getting many because Buzzard was killing all the ads quick. Buzzard performed phenomenal in this. In that 20-meter radius, Buzzard melts ads. Red bars, orange bars. The problem is it doesn't do well at range, but it's a sidearm, so it won't. You can make it work though, because Kinetic Tremors has no range drop off. So if you hit a barrier champ from 60 meters away, you will stun the champ, because Kinetic Tremors will proc. That is in itself makes it the best legendary primary sidearm that we have. Not rocket sidearm, they're two different categories. Before you say, well, Terminus is better. No, Terminus is a special weapon. It's not a primary sidearm. Buzzard is a primary sidearm. Different, two different primaries. Okay, we're defending the plate really well. I'm not going to Curse Reach. I don't want to, because I want to use it on the boss. And we're doing a good job of that. I've got an arc turret as an emergency, but no, we capped the zoning time. There we go. Am I amplified? Always check amplified before you super. Get a turret down and then super. Look at the damage there. That was crazy damage. Now, what I need to do is get another super and finish the boss off. This is how you can farm it very easily. I'm just going to kill the gladiators and stuff. Just to get my super back up. But same thing again, make sure we're amplified, but we will be. That's what's so good about Limit Break Chaos Reach, is that you get amplified very easily in the game. Look at the super regen. We get another arc turret in middle. We're amplified, Chaos Reach to finish, Limit Break, fantastic. This is a very good build for Warlock mains. So yeah, make sure that you try this out when Insight comes out so that you can farm whatever you need to do from this GM. Hope you enjoy, thank you.